didn't sleep last night, but I've been very busy. I got the first part of my new identification. Ooh, we've got the Karmic and the Fool. The first part of my new identification, which is required for getting my passport, and pretty much I have to do that before I can get my ID so I can get my license. So step number 1 complete. It's finished. I think I still need to get my license changed over, my ID I mean, and then my birth certificate, and then get the passport. But like, it's all coming together. And I'm starting my cut today. I finally, after all this time, it took a while, I got back up to the weight that I started at, which is why I updated my body transformation. Essentially, the idea was to get back to my starting point, arrive at the beginning, and know the place for the first time. 2 of Cups. Twin Hollies, past life connection. And the 4 of Pentacles, holding on to soul connections here. Holding on to past life connections. Anyway, so I am starting my cut now, which means I'm going down to micromanaged nutrient intakes. Essentially, I'm going back through my macros. I'm planning my meals down to the nutrient, down to how much protein and how much like fiber and everything. 2 of Swords. And this time I'm going to do it a little bit differently. I'm going to incorporate Queen of Swords. I'm going to try and incorporate carbs this time because I've never successfully managed to lose that amount of weight with carbs before. And I don't want to just drop weight like I did last time. Like if you look at the pictures, the first time I just dropped 70 pounds like that. And I was doing body weight, or not body weight exercises, I was doing weightlifting exercises, no cardio. And I got pretty thin there. I was down to like 180. And that was great. I was fine with that, but I was too slender. I wanted to be bulky. I wanted to be strong. So what I'm doing this time, I got back up to my original weight, but like, it's a lot less body fat. The Lantern. I've got a lot more muscle underneath now. So and now I don't have any of my addictions that I had before. I don't have smoking, I don't have drinking, I don't have, any of it. Energy drinks, nothing. No caffeine, no vape, nothing. So I think this will be a lot easier this time. And, man, I didn't sleep last night. I'm all brain foggy. What was I gonna say? Alright, so this time I'm going to focus on building muscle rather than losing weight. That's what it was. Last time I was just trying to drop weight as quickly as possible, and I did that. And there was no problems with like skin elasticity or anything like that. I think I drank enough water and I take enough like cold showers that like my body didn't have a problem recovering in that way. So I'm gonna do that again. And this time, Divine Justice, Karmic Retribution. There's a reason I can't talk about that I'm going to include the carbs this time, because there's part of a thing that I'm doing that requires me to have specific dietary restrictions in place for a specific amount of time. But that's all I can really say about that. Divine Feminine. So I'm going to include carbs because that's the restriction that's been put in place. I can't do keto to lose it this time. Queen of Wands. But that's okay. And honestly, I'm excited to do it a different way, because if I'm going to, 5 of Swords, become a personal trainer and nutritionist, I want to be able to say that I did it both ways. And I want to be able to show my work, I want to be able to show my own transformation. 9 of Swords. And be able to say like, hey, I did that, I did it this way, I did it that way, this is what I found worked best, this is what I think you might like because of your specific needs. The Magician. let's do a little catch up here. But I think being well-rounded like that is really going to help my situation there with a nutritionist and the not bodybuilding, personal training. So we've got the Two of Cups, the Twin Hollies, which is deep soul connection, past life connection, the Four of Pentacles, Two of Swords, Queen of Swords, the Lantern, Page of Cups, Divine Justice, the Beauty, or Divine Feminine, Queen of Wands, Five of Swords, Nine of Swords, the Magician, and the Eight of Pentacles. The Queen of Swords here was holding on too tightly to past connections and made the decision to sacrifice that to her ancestors, to release it to the universe, following her intuition towards justice, stepping into her Queen of Wands energy, her go-getter attitude, her magnetism, her passions, creativity. And the Five of Swords and the Nine of Swords here, ego and anxiety. You know, I think these are blockages that bubbled up. Yeah, Three of Pentacles as confirmation. There were bubbles that came up as a result of this, but our manifestations are coming through. We know exactly what we're doing here. An Eight of Pentacles. Everything that looks like a roadblock is really just a stepping stone. And, you know, I could see how somebody might consider like the amount of weight that I did gain back as backwards progress, but it really wasn't. It's an opportunity to do it over and do it better. It's almost like restarting a project and starting with your skeletal foundation again and doing it in a different way that was more streamlined for what you actually wanted. Because the first time, I wasn't that careful. I hurt myself. I wasn't very careful with my nutrition either. I think that contributed to the injury. And it knocked me out for like 4 months. I couldn't really lift with my elbow for like 4 months. This time, things are going to be different. I'm going to be more careful. I'm going to make sure my body's getting exactly what it needs. And I'm going to prioritize growth instead of loss. Because, you know, I'll get the shape I want either way, as long as I'm careful with my nutrition. Emperor, go-getter attitude, and the Elephant. Innocence, fun, doing things the right way here. And you know, this could be a divine masculine, divine feminine reading here. But I think I'm going to take that as us taking control of the situation, grabbing the Wheel of Fate ourselves, and using our inner Emperor to get back to where we want to be. You know, it was a nice break. It was really nice to be able to take my time and eat what I wanted and enjoy mac and cheese. Six of Cups. But it has been long enough. It's been 2 months that I've just been indulging, and it is going to be 2 months that I'm cutting. So we're going to get back down to that solid weight that we want. I don't know if it's going to be 180 because, like I said, I'm gaining muscle this time. I don't think I want to try and get that skinny again. 180 was really small. Like, looking at those pictures, I felt like really small. Ace of Cups. And I don't want to be small. I want to be big. I want to be like Donkey Kong out here, you know what I mean? So that's my plan. The Divine Masculine lined up with the Twin Hollies and the Four of Pentacles with the Ace of Cups. There is definitely a masculine here, independent of our energy. Past connection. Maybe the Twin Flame, Sun for confirmation. Choosing love with his counterpart. Queen of Swords. We've got the divine counterparts down here. We've got the Emperor. We've got the Ripple as their connecting card, which I'm doing out of order, but we're almost out of time. I wanted to see how those cards affected each other. We've got the divine counterparts, the Ripple and the Emperor. The Twin Flame, the Queen of Swords, the Chariot, and the Lantern. 10 of Cups, 8 of Wands, and the Hummingbird. Communication about how we live and what we want in life. Following our intuition, divine justice, this is fate. Believe in impossible things. That's all the last